two, one. It's the one and only DJ Malone, man. Chicago 77.3, the best place to be at on any day, really, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in with me and grouping with me, man. Hey, I'm still on this tail of the summer, man. It's hot as hell in here in Houston. I'm in Houston right now, and it's hot as hell. With all that being said, I got a hot ass artist coming your way, man. Go introduce yourself real quick.
What's up, y'all? My name is Austin Taylor. I'm from DFW area.
Austin Taylor's in the building, man. What's going on?
Hey man, just like you said, it's hot, boy. It's hot. Texas is cooking right now. And it's a good time to be alive though, man. It's a good time to be alive. A lot of opportunities coming and for quite a few people. And I'm excited to see what the future holds.
You've been on the move right now, man. I'm seeing you making your moves and everything. So before we get into all that, let's dive into this and go into a time machine. Where did this all start for you?
So I started writing music when I was about 10 years old. More so poetry is really what kind of sparked my interest. And I love the way that you can make words rhyme. I love the way that you could paint a picture with words. You know, it was like I think that's true, like what the word artist means, right? Like a lot of people look at that as like, oh, he's an artist. But no, like literally you are an artist. You're painting a picture. You're putting something together with words, with lyrics, with music behind it. There's a power there. There's an intention behind it. And so starting out, it was about 10 years old. I started writing poetry. About 13, 14 is when I really got into more of the hip hop influences, styles of sound. And then now I'm 34. So it's just been a long time in the making.
I like that. So you spoke on poetry and everything. Were you like in I guess who kind of would bridge that gap, like a Tupac or something, because he started out as poetry. Do you think who were some of the influences growing up?
Well, so of course I'm a white dude, so like Eminem was always, Eminem was a big influence. But I was a big so when I got into kind of the poet, like the more so poetic side of things, I was living on the West Coast, and so I had a bunch more of the I would say a lot of the West Coast style influences, a lot of your breakdance hip hop, right? So like that was kind of what really like I guess transpired for me was the whole dance culture, everything of the culture of what hip hop was. And this is back in the early 2000s.
Real,
So,
real.
so for me, that's like, it'd be hard for me to pinpoint like specific artists in like in their entirety, right? Because one, I was so young, and two, I just really focused on the culture of like hip hop is more than just music, right? It's dance, it's culture, it's clothing, it's food. I mean, there's so many different things wrapped up in what hip hop is and especially was. And back then, I mean, the early, or late 90s, early 2000s was a kind of a transitionary period too,
Real, real.
because you had so much being um you had it was so different because East Coast to West Coast of right, like you had Biggie and you had Tupac, like those are
Real.
your two huge influences and two completely different styles, completely different images, and for me it was really I just liked I just liked hip hop, man. Like I was not part of the whole like who's better, who's not. But I liked listening to a lot of I mean DMX for example. I grew up on some DMX,
It's
so
real though.
yeah, I mean there's some of that aggression and some of the stuff that I used to record that I kind of pulled from that of like that, like getting real like
It's real.
hype, like making having punch to stuff, but yeah, man, it was not incorporated. I absorbed hip hop as an entirety, man. Like it was more than music to me.
I like that, man. Was it ever like you use like your art for pain? Because a lot of times, like when we go through something, the best artistry is from pain. So was that a therapeutical way of you addressing the pain?
Yeah, so when I was 13 to 14 years old, and we were living in California, we moved to Georgia, And I went through a year of being like absolutely bullied by not only my teachers, but peers alike.
Wow.
So a lot of people put me down. A lot of people would make fun of me. And like, they had this weird conception in Georgia of like, and I lived outside of Atlanta. So it was weird though, this, I say conception, world preception, sorry. Uh, uh, of people when they came from California, like everyone used to be like, oh, you're from California. Oh, you're supposed to be this way. You're supposed to
Right,
act this way.
right,
You're
get
supposed to
that.
talk this
Yeah.
way. But I'm not from California. I'm from Texas. Like this is where I grew up for the first 10 years of my life.
Right, right.
And so moving there and getting bullied, I mean, like, dude, I got put in trash cans and stuff. I had people dump trash on me.
Yeah.
I had teachers. I literally would have teachers that were like, I had teachers that literally told me, they're like, you won't amount to anything. Like you're a nobody. All you're trying to do is get attention.
Wow.
Like you don't know how to behave. You don't know how to act. And what they didn't realize is like, I'm acting out because that's my defense mechanism. Like I'm acting out because nobody is speaking into me. Nobody is feeding anything good to me. Nobody is like, I'm getting treated like trash.
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
only thing I know to do is lash out. So I went through the summer after my 8th grade year. I went through a summer of what I would call like heavy depression, and I started battling that. And I legitimately for 3 days planned my suicide, how I was going to kill myself. And throughout those 3 days, man, I just spent like time just writing. Like I was just writing at that point, all day long, I'm just writing stuff and I'm scribbling and I'm jotting and because I'm trying to work through this frustration. I'm trying to work through this difficulty. And by doing that, it allowed me to take that and of course take pain and turn it into pleasure. It allowed me to take stuff that was projected on me and say, you know what, I'm not those things. I'm not these
Wow.
things. I don't believe these things. I'm not going to live this way. I'm not going to think this way. And and then finally I was able to just kind of break through that, man. I mean, I just literally broke through it. And I said, you know what? From that point forward, I'm not living my life to appease anybody. I don't care what anybody thinks about me. You either like me or you don't. Like you're either with me or you're behind me. Like
Real,
not
real.
that you're
I like
against
that.
me, but you ain't, if you ain't with me, you're behind me.
That
I'm
yeah,
not focused
that's
on you,
real.
you know?
No, no,
So
I can relate to that, man. Because there was a point in time in my life where, I was down in the dumps, very depressed. But then I don't know what it was. It was high school days. But I don't know what it was. But I just felt like, you know what, I'm not gonna let you guys consume me. And so I
right,
think it was that chip on my shoulder to say, hey, yo, man, I'm gonna do what's for me. And
right.
when you do that, when you say that, hey, yo, man, this is for me and nobody else can stop you.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's what I started doing. I was like, man, that's when I dove really deep into hip hop. And I was like, and dove heavily into the rap and like the poetry side of it, was because, dude, I'm doing this as a reflection of who I am. And I don't care what you think at this point. Like, this is not for you. This is for me.
Bro,
This
bro.
is my sanity. This is my piece of who I am, and sharing my heart. I always say, the phrase is here's my heart, hear my heart.
I like that.
So, and that's what it is.
And you know what, man? I think a lot of times when people are in a space where it's like they feel alone or they feel ridiculed or whatever, it creates a chip, and sometimes we don't know what to do with that chip, and it kind of suppresses it. But then sometimes we have lights, like kind of like your story, it enlightens us. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
it becomes, well, I'm not gonna let you dictate who I am. I'm not
that's
gonna
right.
let you dictate, because this is me. This is my talent. This is my piece.
Right.
I
Right.
like that.
And it's not about you, like at the end of the day, like this is not, it's not for everybody either, right? Like that's my thing is like I'm not here to make music for everybody. I'm here to
Bro,
make music for me. Like I'm here to make music because this is who I am.
I like that, man. I like that. That's what's up, man. Good story, Austin. I like that, man. I like
Well, I
to hear
appreciate
stuff.
it, man. Thank you. And thank you for sharing yours with me as well, man, because it's everybody's got their own story, right? So
Oh
it's
yeah.
it's nice getting to hear your heart on some of this stuff too, to kind of know we kind of vibe right there.
Yeah, man. It because it's real, man. A lot of people won't speak upon it for whatever reason, but it's real. It's a thing
Right.
that's there, man. So you're not alone, man. You're not. With all that being said, I know you got some heat coming up and everything else like that. We're gonna talk about the big hearted one. So let's talk about big hearted real quick. How did this come about? Give me the details on this.
So yeah, Big Hearted Part Two. It's simply a song about um, cutting loose of people who, you know, like you've tried to invest in, or you've always tried to take care of or have their back on, and they don't reciprocate the same thing to you, or they only come around when they need something from you.
That's real.
And so it's super relatable for everybody, right? But like I wanted to create something. I say me and the team wanted to create something that that could give that, even though it's talking about something pretty deep, it still has a fun personality to it. It has
That's
a
real.
fun
That's
dance
real.
vibe, a dance culture to it. Again, hip hop to me is not just music, man. It's culture. It's a lifestyle. It's a whole the dance culture behind it. So that's the one thing that we always want to do, is create music that transcends time, transcends sound, and is a whole, it's a whole product. So with Big Hearted Part Two, that was kind of the idea. So this EP that we're working on, that we're putting together, maybe might lead into an album. We're not 100%
Okay.
sure,
Okay.
you know, kind of what Ray we want to go. For sure, going to be an EP. But it's a lot of uh, personal reflection. It's a lot of real life, dealing with real life situations, things that a lot of people have gone through and can relate to. And that's what we wanted to do with that song, was to give something to people that you can listen to from the time you hear it now till 20 years later, and you can
I
still
like
relate to
that.
that song, you
That's
know?
what's up. That's what's up, man. And you know what, man. I think too is you hit it on the nail. Is that sometimes we have to cut people off in order to achieve, or and it's not necessarily no personal shade. It's just it's okay to say I've outgrown this situation,
Exactly.
and it's okay to say, hey yo, man. I gotta let you live your journey. No knock told you. There's no shame, nothing. But I have to let you live your journey because if I don't, I won't achieve my own. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, exactly right. And that's what Big Hearted Part Two is all about. I mean, it's I can't keep shoveling out things. I can't keep investing me into you because you don't invest you into me. So
Exactly.
I can still be friends, we can still be cool. It's no hard feelings. It's just I can't keep doing the same things. I can't keep repeating the same cycle because it's not it's not helpful to me. It's not helpful to the situation of where I am in life and where I want to go.
I respect that, man, because it's hard because especially in this day of age, it's people take everything so sensitive, and it's like
Yeah.
it's almost to the point to where sometimes I feel like it's cool to be fake now, and
Right.
it's like we were brought up into a world where like, hey yo, man, these are my beliefs, these are what I feel, but then if you cross that, I'm supposed to say, okay, that's cool because it's what's in right now. And it's
Right.
sometimes I think sometimes I like when you say, hey yo, man, I got to do this for me. It all comes back to self reflection, self care. Because
Right.
if I'm trying to build on something, and it's okay if you're not on my memo, that's okay. But don't try to
Right.
pull me down with you just because I don't because you want to be in the same spot that I want to be in.
Exactly. See, you get it. That's exactly right. I mean, and that's part of, that's part of being a confident person, and confident in your own self, confident in your abilities, and the gifts that you have, the talents that you have, because not everybody has the same ones, right? And not everybody who comes along next to you wants the same things for you.
Real, I like that. I like that. And then sometimes too, and this is a real deep quote. Sometimes people want to see you do good, but not better than them.
There you go. Absolutely right.
So I respect that, man. So I know we talked about you're working on the EP right now. So is this are we doing like how many tracks is gonna be on there, or we don't know yet?
So yeah, I think we were leaning towards like 6 or 7. And then that's why I said I say 6 or 7, I must say 5 to 7, somewhere in there. So that's why I said an EP. But I mean, man, if depending on how well it does, on this next single that we release, we're hoping to release another single later this year. We've got two different ones that we're trying to decide between of kind of what we want to do and how we want to do it. So realistically, depending on how that all goes, right, like it may prompt something that, hey, maybe we should just go ahead and hammer out a couple more songs to release a whole album. So that way it becomes it helps continue the trajectory of where we want to go.
I like that.
And gives more, just gives more of who I am as an artist to people.
I like that, man. Always wanted to know, like, okay, so whenever you perform, does that kind of determine on the singles? Because on one end, a single could be good performing wise, but on the radio, this single is killing it. So does that
Right.
kind of indicate on where you go or how do you position the singles?
To me, I don't see anything. I don't see anything wrong with going either way with it, right? Because what I mean by that is I I can take any song and I'm gonna still have fun with it. I'm still gonna get the crowd engaged. I'm still gonna get the crowd involved.
Right, right.
Um, but of course, I mean, realistically, right? Like you can have a song that's a hot single on the radio and be an absolute flop to perform. But I think a lot of it is really kind of the energy that you put into anything is the energy that you're going to get back out, right?
Right. I like
So
that.
if we put in the energy and make it a hot radio single, well then let's focus on taking a song and putting that same energy into a performance single.
That's right.
And so what I mean is like there's different ways that you can incorporate things to make a song that people would think, oh, it's probably not going to be a hot performance song, and still take it and perform with it, and people be like, oh dude, like I didn't even think about how you could have, how
Yeah,
you could
that's
have
right.
taken this song and made it a hot hit in person. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So to me, I think it's just kind of knowing your music and knowing how to present it
Right, right.
in both ways, right? So if we want to focus on doing a hot single, well, let's focus on doing it to where we know on the radio it's solid and we know in
Right,
person it's
right,
going to be solid.
right.
But I'm going to give it 100% either way, whether it be radio or in person, because
I like that.
that's the way that I do my music.
That's real though. I respect that, man. I respect that. Going into it, man. I know we're coming into the end of the summer and everything. Is there anything else going on? Any performances? Anything you got going on?
Not right now. So right now we're focusing on a rebrand for me as an artist.
Okay.
This has been something that's kind of been about 2 years in the making, and realistically, that's kind of where we're at. We're focused on really building my brand, building Austin Taylor, and bringing people in to see who I am, what I'm about, and so there's right now the performance aspect. I'm not performing. I don't have anything booked out right now for
Okay.
me to go do any kind of shows. It's a lot more speaking engagements. It's a lot more podcast, radio shows. Because again, what I want people to do is I want people to get to know me as a person and get to know my heart before they come and spend their
That's right.
money to see me live. Like
That's right.
decide if you even want to spend your money to come see me before I even try to portray anything, right? Like I want you to be like, man, I really feel like I know this guy. Like I feel like I could sit down and have a conversation with him, and it just be real life, and
That's right.
and
That's right.
so I'm not worried about, man, I would love to perform. Matter of fact, performing is probably my favorite thing in the entire world. I love music. I love writing music, but there is something about performing and engaging a crowd and getting a crowd to get with you, and man, I'm getting chills talking about, but just
That's right.
the movement of seeing people dive into something that you have and enjoy what you have, seeing the fruit of that, man, is just it's a beautiful thing. So I love performing. I want to get back to performing, but I know first we got to build a foundation, and then all those things will come. So
I like how you put that, man, because I think a lot of times, especially younger artists, it's it's cool to have engagements online, but whenever it's personal and people know who you are, I think that speaks more volumes versus to analytics sometimes.
exactly. Exactly. And like, don't get me wrong, like, dude, if we had if I get invited to go somewhere and perform, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna turn it down. Unless the team is like, no, absolutely not. We're not ready for that. We're not, but me personally, I'm not going to turn it down.
Bro.
But I'm going to consult those around me who are, are much better at managing what we're trying to grow than I myself am.
Bro.
And so I'm not, but if there's an opportunity and they say let's do it, I'm going to go for it, of course, because I would love to have more material out there where people really get to see me and be like, okay, this dude's not only is he not only is he a good artist or a good songwriter or a hip hop artist, whatever they want to label it as, but the guy is also a great performer, you know what I mean?
Like
and
that.
and then
I
it's
like
one of those things that it showcases the other side of that whole aspect of who I am as a person too. So, but right now I'm not pushing for anything. I'm not looking for anything. Because again, I want to establish a strong presence as an individual first, so that people get to know me and get to go, you know what? I'd spend 25, 30, $40 on a ticket to go see this guy. You know what I
I
mean?
like that. I like that. Smart though. Smart in all aspects. I like that,
I
man.
appreciate that. Thank you.
As far as musically, who would you like to work with, producer wise?
Oh man. That's, to be honest, that's tough. That's really tough because the one of the producers I've been working with, we graduated from the same high school, so I've
Okay.
been working with him since about 2010,
Okay.
2010, 2011, somewhere right in there. And I mean, he knows what's hot. I mean, he knows what's good, and he's good at what he does. He really is. He's
That's
got a
real.
good ear for it. And so I mean, I really do enjoy working with him. Celebrity, be it celebrity, um, producers. Man, to be honest, I don't know, because like I don't have a favorite producer, to be honest with you.
That's real. That's real.
I'm somebody that listens to a very, very wide variety of music. And so I like to pull different influences from different cultures. So like one of the songs that we're working on is actually pulls a lot of Spanish vibes
Okay.
from like Latin and Central America
Okay.
and South America. So there's those kind of sounds and textiles, right? Of things that I'm not. I want to be a multi-generational artist, but also a multi um um what's the geographical
Yeah,
artist.
that's real. That's real.
So I'm not trying to just focus on the American market and who's hot in America, right? Like there could be a producer that's a fantastic, awesome producer in Japan, right? And if he's fantastic and he's got a sound or a style that I'd love to work with, then let's make it happen. It's so I can honestly say, like, I don't have a favorite producer here in the United States that I'm just absolutely like enamored with, obsessed with. We'd be like, I'd love to do
That's real.
something with. I mean, of course, everybody could say, for hip hop, of course, Scott Storch. You could
Of
say,
course. Of course.
you want to work with, what's his name? I just went blank.
Swiss. You
Uh,
got
with Swiss, with
Timberland.
Timbaland, all those guys, right? Like
Yeah.
those are all everybody knows those guys. I I personally, I'm not a I know a name means a lot. I know a name can mean everything, and especially in the music industry, I understand that. But I'm one of those kind of guys, man, that like I like to take people with me. I like to take other people, and if they're solid, man, and they do good work, like let's build together. And if I get the opportunity, if one of those producers reaches out and is like, dude, I like your style, I like your vibe, I like the whole feel of who you are as an artist, and I want to work with you, then by all means, solicit that way. I'm not against it, but I'm not the type of person that I just necessarily have to work with somebody because of your name. Like I'm
That's
just
real.
not that
That's
way,
real.
man. I've never been that way. I see the same people of, if you want to get to where I'm going, let's go together. Like that's the way that I am. So I'm all about taking people with me and building people up. Because if I mean, like I like investing. That's what I like doing. I
Sure.
want to see other people succeed. I don't just want to be the only one to succeed.
I want to say this, man, and I kind of want to go back and I'm gonna tie it in for a second, but I want to go back in and whenever you said at a point of depressing and everything, you were getting picked on and everything. And I think what that does is, and I'm just speaking for myself, is that I always wanted to be equal. I never wanted to be better. I always wanted to be equal.
Yeah, there you
So,
go.
your line and the way that you said it, it kind of what I feel as well is that I think that stems from, hey yo man, if you got the talent, let's rock. Because you have a not sympathy, but you also understand everybody doesn't get a chance because of
Right.
this, that, whatever deem you or whatever. So you understand that, hey yo man, I have a platform, but this person has talent. And I think sometimes we have to get back to where talent really does matter versus to
Right.
numbers. You get what I'm saying? I could have a good
Right.
amount of
Oh,
followers.
yeah.
Oh, can you hear me? You there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Are you still there?
Yeah, yeah. I think. There we go. There we go. Yeah, my. I don't know. The internet went out. But yeah, I could have a good amount of followers, but it does. Would it translate? I don't know. I always know that talent will
Right.
translate. I always know that if you're
Right.
talented at what you do, no matter what it is, it's going to translate. So, but I just respect your mindset. I guess that's where I'm coming at.
Well, I appreciate that. And no, you're absolutely right. Exactly everything that you just said. I completely agree, man. It's not about, at the end of the day, man, it's about, like, that's who I am. Is I'm about building others up, seeing others succeed. Like, I want to be successful, but I want people to come along with me and be successful. I don't care if you have a name, if you've got to me, followers, I get the whole follower like analytic aspect, but numbers are numbers. At the end of the day, do you have talent? Are you somebody who genuinely is a good person? Like, do
Real,
you
real.
care about other people? Do you invest in other people? Like, I'm not somebody that, I know numbers is everything, especially here in the United States. Like, numbers means everything, right? But to me, there's so many people out there who, like you said, are way more talented than so many people who have a huge following, and they just never had the opportunity, or they maybe they don't have the best networking skills, or they don't know
Bro,
who
bro.
to talk to, they don't know who to go after, they don't know um who to engage. And to me, that's like mind blowing, because I'm like, dude, talent, to me, talent, talent is higher than perception, right?
I
Like,
like
talent
that.
is
I
so
like
much
that.
higher than perception. So that's the way that I am. You can do more with talent than you can with numbers.
That's real. That's real though. That you said a mouthful right there. Where can the people find you, at, man? Everywhere.
We're all over. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, all your major streaming platforms. Like I said, social media. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on X. I think that's about it as far as as far as the social media platforms go. I try to have a good online presence. I'm engaging. If you message me, I will do my best to respond, and it's actually me. I'd probably say 95% of the time actually responding to you. I'm not, I like to do things that way. I like to be personal. I'm a personal type of person. I believe that you can engage people, and you can build relationships with people, and by building those relationships, it ensures longevity as an artist.
Okay. Real quick. What's the name? Real quick, just so my people can know.
Oh, for the social media handles.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them should be a what is it? AUSTN TAYLR. So it's Austin Taylor, but kind of abbreviated.
Okay.
That's how the majority of them should be. Right now, we were trying to make sure all of those are correct, because we're having to change handles and stuff like that here recently, just because there's so many other Austin Taylors out there that are
I
actually
believe
musicians,
it.
and so we had to do something a little bit different in the branding to make me more set apart from everybody else, so it's easier to find me.
That's real. That's real, man. Where did the name come from?
So actually, my name is Austin Taylor. My that's my first name and my middle name. So it stemmed. I went through a rebranding process back in about 20, I think it was like 2021, 20, yeah, from 20, maybe 2020 to 2022, somewhere right in there. I used to do specifically Christian hip hop, and my name was actually Whiteout. It was not a name that I picked. It was a name that a group of guys that I was a part of that we used to cipher and freestyle with.
Okay.
They coined that name for me way back in the day, and after I kind of left the Christian hip hop side of music, I was like, man, I really want to go a different route. So what can I do? And sat down and started talking with my producer and my manager, and we were like, you know what, let's just go with your real name, Austin Taylor. Like that's simple. Like it and it's who you are, man. Like that is part of your name. That is your identity as a human, as a person. And let's just run with that. So that's how we did it. Just stuck. I mean, and that's what I've done since.
And it's you, man. They were right. Anything that's authentically you will always go. Anything, man. So I like that. I
Right,
definitely
exactly.
do, man. So everybody, make sure you guys support, man. Go ahead and check it out, man.
Please, thank you.
Big Hearted 2 is out right now. And is there a video for it, or what we got going?
So we're not sure what we're going to do. I have like a little snippet of it on TikTok, but we're not sure what we're going to do, if we're going to actually produce. Now that single's been out for a while, I don't think we're going to do a music video for it, because we're focusing on, of course, this next single that we're getting ready to release. So I'm willing to bet we're probably going to let everything kind of stay where it is for now. And then eventually, when we drop this new single, of course, we'll have more material out for that, that in and of itself.
Can I give you a suggestion just on the visual aspect? I don't think in this right
Yes.
now. I don't think you need like a heavy music video, but maybe do like maybe 30-second clips, multiple 30-second clips of the song. So it could be you at
Yeah.
the at buying shoes or something like that. It could be you at a game or something like that, and I think that will help out a lot.
Yeah, that's a very good idea, and I appreciate the feedback, because I'm always open to feedback and being able to again, build myself as an artist. And so I do thank you for that, and that's something that I'll pass along to them and be like, hey, let's just start doing some shorts on YouTube. Let's start doing some reels on TikTok. Let's do some of those kind of things to be able to one, get more of the song out there, and of course get some creative control, because I'm all about creativity, man.
That's all it is, man. That's all it is, man. Austin Taylor, man, make sure you guys go run up them analytics up, please, and thank you, man. It's the one and only DJ. Wait, hold on. Wait. Before you go, I always ask artists, they could do a drop for me. Can you do a drop? You're going to
Yo.
say your name, and I'm rocking with DJ Malone.
All right. You ready?
Go ahead.
Yo, you're listening to DJ Malone, and this is Austin Taylor.
Boom, explosions, fireworks, everything in between, man. Hey, make sure you guys go run the analytics up, man. Big Hearted 2 is out right now. Make sure you guys go check that out and everything. Austin Taylor, man, we do appreciate this, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much, man.
Chicago 77.3, we out. Wine. Okay, cool. How was that?
Perfect, dude. Hey, let me redo that for you real quick, because I just realized I flipped it.
Okay, go ahead.
Yo, you're rocking with DJ Malone. This is Austin. I just did it again. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yo, this is Austin Taylor, and you're listening to DJ Malone.
Boom. I like that, man. I thought it was good either way, man. Either way it goes, man. I'm cool with either way.
However you want to use it, man. I just wanted to make sure it was done right for you. That's all.
Yes, sir.